Hey everybody, Jim here, and today I'm going to be repairing this old fridge, or at least I'm going to start. And let me go over the symptoms. These are going to be pretty close to what you're experiencing, and if they're not, then you'll want some other solution to fix your problem with your fridge. So inside of here, it looks like it's pushing up on 40 degrees, and it should be closer to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That is no good. And if you can hear it, you'll notice like a little rattling noise back in there. Yeah, that's probably not good, and probably part of the one symptom of what the bigger problem is. Down here in the bottom, in the fridge portion, it's over 50 degrees, and it should be closer to freezing, around 34 degrees. That is way too high. So let me explain what's happening here. There's the after, when I pull out all of the food from the freezer. So you'll notice that there's a metal plate on the back of this fridge. Your fridge may be different. Another symptom, since I'm talking about this right now, the symptoms, is that the compressor is going to run all the time. It's never going to kick off. So if you've got a freezer that's just above freezing, and a fridge that's 20 plus degrees over freezing, and your compressor runs all the time, this might be the problem. Alright, now I gotta remember how this comes out. Yeah, these little hooks under here, they hook underneath this plastic bit, and then they lay back, and only these 3 screws hold them in place. What in the world is holding it up? Alright, so as you can see, the motor is fine. I'm actually going to unplug this fridge. Stand by. So, I may be able to save a little bit of money, because it looks like my fan just fell off of the motor. Like that. It should just press right on, just like that. I gave it a good shove there, and I can't recall which direction it's supposed to go. I don't know why I think it's supposed to go this way. Let's see. I think this is right. Just like that. Let's see what happens when I turn it back on. Yeah, it's blowing out this way. Alright, so that motor's spinning counterclockwise. Yeah, so this leading edge is catching the air and pushing it back, and then blowing it out through this vent above, and picking up all of the cold air off of these coils. So I'm debating on just letting these coils defrost for a bit while it's unplugged. But all the food's going to defrost at the same time, so yeah, I'm gonna do it. Tell you what, I'll come back in some minutes when this is defrosted. It's actually defrosting pretty quickly. It seems like there's not nearly so much ice as there was some minutes ago. But I'm going to speed things up a little. So the last time I did this, and this is how I had a pretty good idea of what was going wrong with this fridge, the motor had actually failed. And when I went to the appliance store to get a new motor, they had one that was really, really close. So it had most of the same connections, and it had this same shaft, but what I noticed was that the fan wasn't nearly so tight on this one as it was on the other. And so what I'm going to do is put a little sliver of grocery bag over the stem before I put the fan on to see if that will make it a hair tighter. It certainly feels a lot tighter. Yeah. Okay. So if your motor is broken, you can tease this motor out and replace it easily enough at the appliance store, or if you can find your way around the internet, you can find the replacement motor based upon the model number, which I'll show here. And then you just put that into the internet and search for replacement parts. So in my case, I'm lucky this time in that the fan just fell off and the motor wasn't broken. Let's put it back together and do some testing. So now there is a powerful breeze coming out of the top here, and that rattling noise has subsided. So you have a nice hum coming from that spinning fan. Let's load it up with food. Alright, so one of the other symptoms you'll notice is that meat products aren't quite frozen. They're a little soft. And your ice never quite freezes. It's always got a little puddle of water at the surface there. Let's see if we've resolved the problem. I'm going to come back to this in an hour or so. Well, as you can tell, the compressor is off. It's very quiet. That's actually a really good sign. So I'm going to use my thermometer to see if I can't see how cold it is inside of here. Alright, 26. That feels pretty good. Got some chicken over here. It's at 35. Maybe we're getting closer. Let's just check the ice. I don't know how good this thermometer is. It says it's right at 31.5. Seems like it should be a little bit colder. Alright, so down here at the bottom of the fridge, it's in the 20s. So I'm pretty excited. This is after just a couple of hours of letting it run. Let's check out the fridge. "53 degrees inside the fridge. That just doesn't seem right. I'm going to let it run overnight to see if these come a little bit closer to my expectations. Let me try down here at the bottom of the fridge. Even down at the bottom of the fridge, it's still almost 60 degrees. And I don't have any reason to think that this is broken. But we'll see. I'll be back in one day. So the compressor kicked back on, and I got a feeling that it's going to be nice and cool inside. Let's find out. Alright, 24, 25 over here. I don't know why it's in the 30s over here. But up by this fan, let's see if I can get a good shot. There you go. 25 degrees is the temperature coming out of there. It seemed like it was a little lower earlier, down in the teens. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to wait a day and come back to this. Fast forward to the next morning, and the compressor is off. We're going to check to see just how cold it is inside. 12 degrees. And what I notice is when it's running, it's pretty cold. It's 10 degrees down here by the under the ice trays. Oh, nice, nice. Let's check the fridge. $42. That's a little high for my tastes, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, that's much closer. I just want it to be a hair above freezing in the fridge. Overall, pretty good. I think we can declare victory. Well, I sure learned a lot making this video, and I hope you did too. Thanks so much for watching.